Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So today we're going to work some more in the Halloween envelope journal. If you guys are getting tired of these, let me know and I'll finish them out myself and then show them when they're all done. If you prefer and like to watch me do this, also let me know so that I will continue doing pages in them whenever I have a day where I'm not doing a challenge or whatever, okay? So what we're going to do today is work on this big middle fold out thingy here with these window envelopes. So I have printed out, well, this one was just in my scraps. This is from my Spooky Stamps digital. I think I'm going to put that one on there. And then I have the leaves from this Spooky Watercolor digital that I'm going to put on these ones. So that's what we're going to work on, and then covering other parts too with like pages to write on or whatever. I just am using these because these are in those two kits. This is the Spooky Watercolor kit. It has the leaves. They're called number 10 window envelopes, and I do have a kit that's nothing but these, but you're not going to get these Halloween ones. There's just more everyday ones in that kit. So just want you to know you're not going to get, these are in the kits, because now when I do a new kit I always add one of these. So that's how I've just been doing it. And so they're that original number 10 window envelope cover kit was from past kits that didn't have one of these. So that's why that is the way that it is. Okay, so we're going to cover this one with glue. But first we need to figure out, I guess it would be smart to figure out what size we got going here, because as you can see, they fit on these, but sometimes the window envelopes, you know, none of them are like perfect, nor am I. So these aren't exactly perfect, and you can see there's a little gap right there, but then it hangs over a tiny bit at the top. So what I usually do to fix that is ink. Ink covers lots of little things. They're really meant for covering the window, and then I used some store-bought ones, and this is from obviously a school, so sometimes they're a little bit different, just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so then it's just not quite right, but it's okay, we'll get it glued down and then it won't matter. So it's pretty good there and there. Oops, I'm gonna set it too high. It's like, as much as it is short, it's yeah, I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna just go ahead and glue it onto this next page. I'm not gonna worry about trying to rip it. That'll just help strengthen that fold right there anyway. So how you guys all doing? I hope you're fantastic. I want to thank all of you for your kind comments and lovely support that you've been giving to my Etsy shop. I so appreciate it. I cannot tell you. And welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to returning subscribers. And I'm going to say hugs and blessings to all of you who left comments, such kind comments. I so appreciate you guys. Since I didn't get my little sheet up here today with names, but I will get back to it. I will get back to it. And thank you individually. But today we're just going to have an overall thank you so much. Because I do thank all of you. You're all wonderful. I had a brain, right? That would be great. That'd be great. So I think I glued it crooked because it's hanging out over the top, and that corner was missing some. So instead of peeling it back up again, I'm going to just try to trim it. Yeah, this envelope's a little bit different in size than a regular number 10, because you can see the stuff through there, but we'll try to fix that when we put the one on the back as well. have an air bubble right here that we don't want. No air bubbles. Okay, so then we'll do the one on this other side. That way they'll get matched up well. Where did I set it? Right here. And we'll just try to make sure we get, yeah, that window's a different size, so that might not have been a number 10. I mean, it was close, but not exactly. So, and you can also see it's not 100% lining up there either. So yeah, this is just a different size envelope, because I've not had this trouble with my number 10s that I've purchased. All right, so I'm gonna ink this one. And of course, you don't need these at all. You can just collage around the windows too, and that works fine. I just wanted something, because sometimes I don't feel like trying to piece it all out. So I like to do that. And I'll just ink this a little bit around here. If I get it on the window, I just clean it off. It's not a big deal. It's water soluble, so. I think what I may do, I'm not going to worry about it going over the fold as much, because like I said, we're going to cover this whole thing, but I am worried about it in there. Did I ink in there? Yes. Did not ink around the edge. So what are you guys up to? Did you have a nice Labor Day? I hope you got some rest and relaxation in, and maybe had a family barbecue. We did not do family things because everybody's doing something. Mainly kids are at school, so we just kind of hung out, my husband and I. Well, I'm working. It is Labor Day for me, but he's hanging out. How's that? So yeah, but it's always nice to have him around. Then I'm not stuck here by myself. It is nice. Really crooked. You know, it's probably easier to do these when they're not in the journal. But here we are, so let's try and see if we can't. I don't think I'm going to be able to cut that. So it's just too little of an area. So we'll try and see what we can get here. It's not so much once it comes to this envelope, it's this top part where it looks weird. I should have just trimmed it when I said, I'm going to trim this a little bit, and then I said, no, it's fine. Should have just trimmed it, because now it's going to look janky. Well, it probably would have been fine had I glued it in straight. I think that's okay. I'll probably put something up there because I don't really want that like that. And then see, it's too low down here. as you know, if you make junk journals, this is a constant because nothing's ever square. Old pages and even new envelopes, not just old envelopes. Envelopes are never square. So, yep, it's pretty much just a constant. Fixing stuff and trying to make it work. But the awesome part is things don't have to be totally perfect either, which is nice. Okay, so there's that covered. And we just gotta get, I'll put something up here, I don't know yet. Let's wait till we get that covered because it may end up being something that covers all of that. I'm not gonna cover this side because I love this, but I wanna get rid of this blue. So I am gonna cover that. So like I said, this is on my Spooky Stamps digital, this number 10 window envelope cover. And I do have to make sure I don't have it in that dip over there. So we're gonna mark where we need to cut. That edge is torn, so I think I'll just leave it. So, oops, draw on yourself. I'm gonna mark it here. I'm gonna mark it here, and then I probably will take a sliver off of there too. And grab my cutter. That is always across the room, because that's where I do orders. So it ends up over there, and then I forget to bring it back. Trim that, and then trim this just a bit, and then that, yes, because my edge is not straight here, so that's why I don't want to use that edge. To try to figure out, it's about right there. And then I am gonna just, this is always interesting, because this never wants to cut very straight. When I do slivers, it really just bends it. Didn't really do anything. Wow, sliver. Okay, I got lots of stuff stuck to my scissors. So hopefully that'll work. Like I said, I'm going to hang it over here, so I'm not worried about that. I think that'll be fine. And then that'll get covered, and so, you know, it will all end up covered. Except the part with the coffee dye. I'm going to decorate it, but I'm not going to cover it all up. Because I like the way it looks. This one's pretty good already. It's very coffee dyed. Here's this over here. Oops. I almost stabbed myself. Okay. And I'm just gluing over here. I know you can't see me, but I'm trying to leave that nice and flat. So, but I'm just right here with a glue stick, gluing away. Yeah, we had crazy weather yesterday. It rained all day. And today it's sun is shining, so that's nice. But it was like almost cold yesterday. It was just weird. I mean, it felt lovely, but it was crazy. I was like, well, I'm glad we're not out camping, but it always seems to do that on Memorial Day and Labor Day. It can be beautiful weather on either end of those holidays, but man, on those days, it's just misery. Rain, and especially Memorial Day. I mean, that's understandable because it's in the spring and you just never know what kind of weather you're going to get. But yeah, it was bad yesterday. I mean, for camping. It's great if you were at home. Just enjoying the cooler weather. I heard they got all flooded out at Burning Man, which is, if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's a festival in the middle of the Nevada desert, and the only reason I know about it, I've never been, but I used to work at one of the hospitals in Nevada, and we always got people, you know, that would come in from Burning Man or whatever, and we also had doctors and nurses and PAs and all those types that went to the festival to care for people. So it's sort of like, lack of a better analogy, it's kind of like Woodstock in a way is what it makes me think of. I mean, I've never been, so I don't know for sure, but that's the closest thing I can think of that it might be like. They have music and vendors with, you know, art stuff or whatever. See, that bugs me that did that. We'll have to find something to put there. Okay, so the rest of the parts, I'm not sure. I mean, I have lots of paper, so that's not a problem. I have other pieces like this. I also have the same one from that. These are, like I said, spooky stamps is what this one was called. I might just take a piece of this. I'm not liking that. Let's see. I didn't get the whole thing planned out, just parts. Frank there. Could do some pumpkins, but I kind of want it as a writing spot. I think it would be better as a writing spot. So maybe something muted. These are just all my random papers, like one of these maybe. I had, oh, there's another muted one. I'm like, I know there's more than one muted one. I had a tree thing going on apparently when I made this. It just seems like a good spooky thing, right? Could bring it over further. I don't know. Are you guys ready, Chucky? So these are the spooky stamp images. Could use one of these type of things. That might work. This is from Spooky Past. All my kits, if you haven't figured it out, for Halloween are spooky. Oh, and the reason the Spooky Stamps kit is called Spooky Stamps is because when you go into it, you're probably not even going to be able to see the faces unless your computer screen is really good. But then when you print, they print out onto the paper like a stamp. So that's why they're called spooky stamps. But it is hard to see on your screen, but they are there, I promise. See, and so like this one, we printed Frankenstein on this. So then you can make that a page in your journal and just have the stamp on there instead of anything else, which is fun. This is just scrapbook paper. That's not in the kit. Okay, I think I'll use one of those. Which might be kind of neat. And then I'll put something up across the top. So let me, I think I like the witch. We're just going to tear it a little bit down. Put it here. And I think I'll go over, let's do, and then I'll tear it this way with this, just because I don't want it to be too crazy. Don't want it to go over the window, so we're going to tear a little bit more. I'm just going to tear a bit off of the bottom. And I heard one person died. I don't know what happened. And sorry, I'm back on the whole Burning Man thing. And then I think I'll put something else up there, so I'm not going to worry about tearing that. Still going over that quite a bit. Yeah, so that's not good. Yeah, that's kind of zany like that, but I'm okay with it. I like zany. I think I want like book page or something up there. I think will be better. I'm gonna ink this. Now I'd probably be much more precise with Joey's kit, just because it's just a different style. I feel like you can get kind of janky and, you know, a little more haphazard when you're doing Halloween and grunge and all that. That's just my personal take. You can, of course, be as precise as you would like to be in making your own. I just feel like it lends itself well to not being perfect. Not that I could make it perfect anyway, but the biggest thing is covering up the ugly part of the envelope, I feel like, which is the goal here. And this can just be written on, so I think I'm just going to leave that like it is. And with a black pen, you could easily write on this as well, I feel like, so I'm good with that. Just go up here. Just an old book page. And by old, I mean like 1906. Which is fun, because it's so patinaed and falling apart. Let's get this trimmed a little. Feels like it's sticking out a little far over there. Okay, I like that. I have these funny little pumpkins. I don't know. Do I want them on here? This isn't very wide. I think they could go down there. Let's get our piece over here. And for over here, I think I will want something like a tea dye or oh, this green would actually be kind of nice next to that. That's just, I think this is food color. My niece gave me a whole set of food colored paper one year for my birthday. I think that was in that batch. I'm just going to mark where that's at. I'm going to attempt to rip it straight. I think I'm going to use this under like how it's just a little darker up there for some variation. I'll take a little bit off. And this, of course, will be very good for writing on. So this gives you actually quite a bit of writing space once you go over all of this. You don't have to worry about any windows or any obstacles. Okay, ink this. See, these are all different sizes, these envelopes. Adds to the charm. Where did I put it? Camera was in the way. It's actually my phone, but it's on a it's not really a tripod. It's like that. It's hooked onto a shelf. It's all a contraption, let me tell you. But anyway, it's in my line of sight for back there. Trying to stay where you guys can see me. This is tricky with the way this thing's set up. I'm going to go over just a little on both sides so that it gets good coverage. That's a little bit too far that way. I need to cover this envelope over here entirely. So we're going to come like that. Okay, that's tricky right there. It has bubbles. Kind of the hardest part is just getting it. Oh, I was going to put that up at the top. Oh well, it's at the bottom now. So any other cool parts here. That one's not very exciting. Just use, I like that pumpkin. Now I think I'm going to let it be. Other than, do these guys fit? I could clip off their little ends. These are just some that I drew. These are not in any kits. That one isn't in a kit. There are other pumpkins, silly pumpkins, but not that one. I think I drew that one after. I'm trying to think, do I want to maybe turn one of these into a pocket? Oh my goodness, it's already been 31 minutes. How? That would probably be the best bet when I cut it out and see what it would look like. Just a little tuck, nothing major. And these are all in the Spooky Watercolor kit. It'll just be a little tuck. Maybe we could put this witch in there. Because I want to leave writing space, but you know, I want to decorate it a little bit. I do like those little pumpkins, but I'll do that for that one. So even though I didn't make any specific pockets for this kit, I mean, you can turn anything really into a pocket. It's pretty simple. And you could put gussets on these too if you wanted to. I just didn't. Just gonna do a little chomper. I'm gonna get glue all over my thing here. Where did I put my? If I would put stuff back in the same spot, it would really help. So yeah, just let me know if you want to keep doing videos on these or just finish them and then show them when they're done. Because I don't know if you guys are getting tired of it. So that'll tuck in there. And then over to this other side. And I have a plan for this part. So this should go hopefully a little bit faster. I'm going to use my ghost here. I don't know about this yet, but I'm not going to worry about that today. My ghost. I don't like that. So I need like a piece of, this would be good. If I would have inked the back of that, it wouldn't bother me as much, but because it's so white, it bothers me. So you don't have to do anything if you don't. Just weird like that. But there's always little fixes for all the craziness. I must say, I've really never found anything that I couldn't do something about. don't know why 3, 4, 5, but there you go. And then he'll come over that part, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. And then you'll see him from the other side, so, you know, it's all relative. There's always something poking through that you don't want to see. Get him getting inked on the back, just so whatever shows. And then I'm just going to go real light around this side. You could go with black or something like that too. Orange or blue, purple. There are ghosts kind of like this in my spooky stamps, just not this particular one. Like I said, I think I did this after that. I did this one in 2020. I think that those other ones were done before that. Alright, and then I'm gonna put down one of my little headstones there. And this guy's going to be holding a candy corn. That's what I need to get, is some candy corn. I don't know where I got the candy corn. I think I got it at Michael's one year when they had all kinds of funny little Halloween die cuts, but that was a million years ago, so. But I'm sure you could find something somewhere. Okay, I'm also going to use this spider. Do I want that one, or maybe one a little smaller? Maybe, yeah, let's use this one. These are my spooky witches die cuts. I'm gonna put these candy corns around. These are the ghosts' candy corns, and the spider's trying to steal his candy corns. I know, I've lost it. It's all right. It'll be all right. Gotta have some stories. I mean, come on. It's silly time, right? This totally reminds me of when I was a kid. This is the kind of stuff I did. I think that's why I like Halloween so much, because I always just had fun. It never... I mean, yes, I did watch some scary movies with my best friend, which do not like. But anyways, for the most part, I just had fun with it. I liked to draw haunted houses and just, I don't know, all manner of silliness. We weren't, my family wasn't into, like, real scary or anything, so. The only one that got me into the scary stuff was my friend. And I would mostly just hide behind a pillow. So, yeah. We always watched those scary movies at her house. It's my friend Michelle that came to visit. I was just always big chicken. Okay. There's our little ghosty. And we'll put all these things down. I think I'm going to put that kind of in the middle. These candy corns. He's not happy about that spider coming for his candy corn. Ugh, shaky hands. Annoying. I kind of do like that sort of thing. Brings a little levity to the whole whole thing, right? Maybe I'll put this one in front. It would help if you glue down the headstone first. My dad always says that when stuff goes wrong. Rip. We'll go behind that one. Maybe I'll put the little spider directly on it like that. I did them the other way, but that's fine. You get it. It's trying to steal his candy corn. Alright guys, that's kind of all I had planned for today. I'll probably put, yeah, I think I will put another piece of the green paper here because I like it with that. And I'll probably just cover up that whole flap because it will ink right here where it's hanging out. His fingers didn't go down. Alright. So that is what I got for that, and we'll have to put something up there too. What are we at? Yeah, we're at 42. So I'll put this green paper here, and then I'll probably put an old piece of the book page up here, and that'll be that for those. So I hope you liked that, and I hope it might have given you some ideas for your junk mail or junk envelope journal. So I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.